2013.
2013. Happy New Year. We are here with Interview with Sensei. We're here with another Interview with Sensei. And this interview's going to be very important to people who react to what other people say to them. Like, words like, well, we can curse here, right? This is an adult, hopefully an adult show, but if there are kids out there...
Let's just abbreviate.
Okay, we'll abbreviate. You, mama papo.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay?
You bad word.
You bad word. And that bad word makes you feel a certain way and makes you react a certain way. And Sensei was teaching me earlier that you shouldn't allow these things to have access to your control panel.
Yeah. Shouldn't let them control you. So, Bri was saying that some guy made a comment or something.
Right. So, as an example, right? So now I want to put Sensei's techniques to the test. There was a comment posted about one of our interview videos, actually from a friend of mine on Facebook. And but what he said about Sensei, I wasn't too sure about. He says here, "Hey, to his Sensei, we need to do some vids. This guy thinks he is God," in reference to Sensei. And he shared the link from my page to his Sensei's page, and said that about Sensei. So my reaction was, of course, right off the bat was defense. Defend Sensei, defend. But I wanted to see where else it was going to go. Because I know God. I mean, I know God. And I know Sensei isn't God. So, you know, and I'm sure he knows that too.
Yeah, I was kind of clued in.
Yeah, kind of. But in any case, you know, we got people like this that try to ruffle your feathers. What do you say to this comment?
Well, you know, it's always nice to have fans, and I appreciate any comments. There's no bad publicity or something like that. No. There's always going to be naysayers, and there's always going to be, you know, you're watching my videos, and it's either because we're really funny and entertaining, or hopefully because you see that there's a reason for watching. There's some knowledge that's being shared. Something that you can glean off of us, and something that will hopefully shape and change your life for the better. You know, I don't think I've ever professed anything close to being God. I'm not really into...
Where did that come from? I just... You know, well, I don't think any of...
It really doesn't... It doesn't come from anywhere except for where all insults come from. That's really what it's about. It's this guy thinks he's God has nothing to do with me thinking I'm God. It's a way of insulting someone. So what we have to do is we have to get at the heart. This is what I do with all my students. I have a preteen class, and in the class, this kid pushes this other kid, and I said, "Why'd you push him?" He says, "Well, he said that I was this," and I said, "Okay." I said, "So why'd you push him?" "Well, he said I was this." I said, "Okay, so why did you push him?" "Well, I guess I shouldn't have pushed him." "Okay, and then why did you let him push you?" "Well, he didn't push me." "Well, why did you let him control your mind?" I try to reprogram kids at a very young age, because we give up control. When a person insults us, it kind of bypasses our conscious mind and jumps into our subconscious and presses play. What we do, who we are and what we do has no bearing on our reaction to our pre-programmed drill that we run every time someone says a certain thing. So we'll just pick an insult, okay? We'll say a bad word. Okay, so I apologize for this word because it has sting, and the whole purpose behind this lesson is to remove the sting, okay, so that we can get beyond this silliness. Bastard. Now the term bastard has everything to do with mind control. That's what it has to do with. It has very little to do with the definition of a bastard. The definition of a bastard is a person who was born out of wedlock. Now, in our culture, no one really cares about that anymore. Barely cares about that. Maybe some, good old boy religious states still care, but pretty much nobody cares.
Pretty much.
So if Brian, let's say Brian calls me a bastard, go ahead.
You bastard.
Okay. So what we have to do first is we have to examine, in Soga Bujutsu there are 3 reactions. There are 3 steps that we take. We take prevention, reaction, and recovery. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we need to prevent this from harming us. So before we ever engage, before I ever engage with someone who would call me something, I go through every insult that anyone could ever give me, and I study it. This is about being in control of your thoughts, your feelings, and not handing control over to someone else. So the prevention comes with the understanding of what is being done. So I ask myself, am I a bastard? Okay, am I? Well, no, my parents were married when they had me, so no. So the literal translation doesn't hold up. So he must mean something else. So first, translate. Second, get a working definition. So okay, so what's the working definition for bastard?
Working definition would be that your mother and your father were not married and had you.
That's
working
not what we're
definition.
going for. Oh. That was our translation.
Translation, I'm sorry.
No, the working definition is, when I call you a bastard, what do I want you to feel?
Oh, right. You want me to feel upset. You want me to feel that I was unwanted because my parents didn't get married first.
Maybe.
Something deeper than that, I don't know.
Maybe
I'm going too deep.
Maybe too deep.
Yeah.
I think if someone says, you bastard, they're trying to, they're trying to shame you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone says, you bastard, that's like for shame.
Mm-hmm.
For shame on you, right? So you bastard. There's shame on you. And then there's a second thing that goes with you bastard, and that's shun. I'm shunning you, right? So if he was speaking if we really look at the definition of it, and if he was really saying it the way he felt it, or if he was being honest with what he wanted to convey, he would say, go ahead, he would say, for shame on you.
Yeah, for shame on you.
And I shun you.
I shun you. Get the hints.
Yeah. I shun you.
Goofy.
I shun you, and for shame on you. And that wouldn't work. And what he's really trying to do is trying to bypass the thinking part and get to the programming part. So when you were young, someone you respected or someone that you liked was called a bastard. They got angry. They got upset. They reacted the proper way, the accepted way to that insult, and you learned how to react to that insult. Never truly understanding the give and take and never truly accepting what was going on, your subconscious was figuring out, what does that mean? When you were, brand new hard drive, when you were a baby, this computer wanted to figure out, what does that mean? And then it was programmed. That means shame. That means feel shame. That means feel shunned. Oh, okay. And when you want to shame and when you want to shun, you yell that at that person, and then it is their responsibility to feel shame and shun. Well, the truth of it is that I don't need to feel shame and shun from you.